Hello, hi guys. I don't know if anybody's on with me. Doesn't look like it yet. So I'm just gonna give it a little bit of time and see if anybody pops up. And if not, I'll just go ahead and it'll always be recorded for later. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what I'm doing and why. So the full moon is often corresponds with our time of menstrual release. And so it's really common for women in their productive, like their reproductive years, to between the new moon and the full moon to be building that uterine lining, and at the same time that the moon is growing. And when we're building the uterine lining and when the moon is growing, we're also very frequently feeling pulled inside ourselves. So less about working with other people, less about, like, for me, what that looks like as somebody who really loves to share and who loves to like sing and do things in front of people. Sometimes it still confuses me, and suddenly I'm going inward and I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with me and I have to do all this stuff. But really, it's just that time to go inward and grapple with the shadows. And so grappling with the shadows can mean often often being really weepy and sort of maybe not always knowing what's going on with us. For me, the best way to deal with this is to actually just be present with it, to just say and make a conscious decision to be present with whatever is releasing from me and whatever it is that I'm grappling with. And on the full moon, even though at the moment my moon time is not right on the full moon, I still find it so incredibly useful to use the power of the full moon to release and let go of that which does not serve me. So that which does not serve me can be a lot of different things. Last night I did, it was actually early this morning, I woke up and I needed to release some stuff, and I did a meditation similar to the one that I'll be leading here. And I didn't have any plans for what would come up, and what I observed in the time of allowing myself to release was a fear, like a guilt of and a shame of not being a good mother, and all sorts of fears that I really wanted to let go of. And particularly I was having a lot of fear that was leading me to desire to control the outcome of, like, for example, my split with my ex-partner. So there were like all these different things that came up for me. And I sort of was going, you know what, like, that's not my job or my responsibility to control that. And I just needed to release it. And so releasing often just looks like crying, but whatever. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm using the power of the full moon to allow that space to just connect back to myself and make the intention and ask whatever it is that you want to ask, whatever greater power. So I ask, usually I'll ask, in my release time, I'll ask Mother Earth to take that which does not serve me and, you know, compost it and turn it into something that I want to feel more of. So joy, pleasure, love, gratitude, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And I really liked, I heard recently Brene Brown describe joy as the practice of gratitude, because there is no joy without the practice of gratitude. Gratitude isn't something that we have or we don't have, we have to practice it. So I'm also going to end this with speaking three things that I'm grateful for. And, you know, when you don't feel grateful at all and you're having a tough time, that's okay. Then I just usually choose like the smallest things that I feel grateful for, which actually are often kind of big things that I take for granted. So, you know, like enough food or warmth in my home or whatever. It's easy to say today because there's snow outside. Okay, so it might be weird if anybody joins in halfway or whatever, but that's okay because this is just going to be recorded and it'll be there in the Facebook group for anybody who wants to do it later. And it doesn't have to be right on the day of the full moon in order to use that energy. Okay, so I'm just going to start by connecting with myself and taking a few deep breaths. And really trying to breathe in deeply. So allowing that last breath of air to go out, like really puffing all the way out. And then breathing deeply in and trying to relax the, I don't know if I can make this so that you can see my sort of womb space here. So like heart and womb, it doesn't really matter. So trying to relax the lower abdominals and really allow that breath to fill it up. And just let yourself play with that feeling of fullness and emptiness. Just feeling it in your body. Feel free to make sounds, whatever comes to you. I'm sort of just grounding with Mother Earth by feeling my sit bones really being held close to the earth with gravity. So I'm feeling the pull of the earth and my sit bones together, feeling that groundedness of the Mother who is so gentle and nourishing and calm. I'm going to take 2 hands and put them on my heart. And just breathe into my heart a couple of times. And really feeling the roundness and the energy of the moon, letting it fill my heart. Letting it fill my heart with love and moving that through my body. And in through the nose, out through the mouth. Filling that heart. Letting your heart expand with love. Letting your heart expand with love so much that it just cracks open. Let it release that which does not serve you. Just observing what comes up. Try not to change it or manipulate it. Just feel it, observe it, let it be. If it's difficult, making the explicit conscious effort to be present with whatever it is. So for example, saying even, I am present with this grief, or I am present with this fear. Just being present with that for a moment. I need a moment, love. I'll come out as soon as I'm ready. If you're in here, then I need absolute silence from you, baby. I'm sorry, I don't know how to mute my computer. So I might not be away. Please go. I'm in a live call right now, just like I told you guys. No interruptions right now. Thank you. No interruptions right now. Thank you. I will come out as soon as I'm ready. Babe, I'm going to come out as soon as I'm ready. Do you hear me? I hear that you need another show, love. I'm sure that if you can't find one, you'll find something to do. I'm on a live call right now. Please go. I'm sorry. I'm just going to reconnect with myself. Feeling that full moon energy just fill the heart up. Again, letting it crack wide open. Now, I've put one hand on my womb already without noticing. So now I'm going to move both hands to my womb. And I'm going to move my energy there, but into my heart and then my womb, right? So this full heart is now moving this loving energy of the moon into my womb. So breathing in, filling the heart, and then filling the womb space. And when you release, I invite you to bear down from your yoni as though you're having a baby, as though you're releasing from your yoni, from your womb space, back out into the world, right? So that which does not serve you. I'm going to fill my heart with love energy from the moon. I'm going to fill my womb with love energy. And I'm going to release the energy that is not loving, the energy that is tainted with fear or shame or guilt. So breathing out heavily while you bear down, releasing that back to the earth so that she can turn it into something that is more nutritious for us, something that serves our higher purpose, something that serves the energy that wants desperately to come from within and share our unique messages, the unique messages that we were entrusted with on earth. I'm breathing into my heart, into my womb, and releasing. And I really recommend allowing yourself to make any noise that feels natural to you, whether it's a moan or just a deep breath or a scream or anything, because opening the throat chakra affects our root chakra. It affects the yoni. So just like when we're breathing and our diaphragm actually affects, you can watch this on ultrasound if you don't believe me. So when we're breathing and we breathe into our diaphragm, it changes actually also our yoni. Our whole yoni changes as well with every breath, right? So there's a breath in and out in the yoni as well. And so opening that throat chakra helps to open the womb, helps to open the yoni. Especially, I think, in this world where so many of us feel silenced or feel like we can't be ourselves or be truthful or express ourselves as authentically as we would like to. And also in this world where many of us suffer shame in our yonis or from our yonis or because of, it's not because of our yonis, of course, but because of our culture not understanding us. So I'm just going to do a few of these deep breaths into my heart, into my womb space, and bearing down to release. And I actually have, again, unconsciously moved one of my hands to my heart, and one of my hands is actually cupping my yoni, like so that the palm of my hand is on my mons pubis, my mountain of Venus, with sort of my fingers underneath, like sitting on them, basically. That's just what feels right to me. I release that which does not serve me. Mama Earth, fill me with courage and love. Courage to spread the love. Take the parts of myself that stand in my way and show me the parts of myself that I've shed away or hidden. And once more, I'm going to envision myself surrounded by a golden egg that protects me. Nothing and no one can move past this golden egg that protects me without me letting them. So I'm going to build up the protection of my golden egg with love for myself. And if it helps to actually make the motion around you to strengthen that egg, then do that. I quite like that. It helps me envision the egg quite strongly. In this egg, I am safe. I am safe to be myself. I am safe to be as emotional as I want to be. I am safe to release. I am safe to be loud. I am safe to be sensual. I am safe to be sexual. I am safe to be in my body. This golden egg keeps me safe. Nothing can break my barriers except myself. And I'm just going to silently take a moment to list a few things that I am grateful for in my life, because it is a daily practice. I am grateful for So filling that space that I've made by releasing with gratitude and self-love. Thank you for joining me. Oh, it's Martina. Thank you, Martina, for joining me. I was about to say, I don't know who it is, but then I opened my eyes and saw your comment. So thank you so much for joining. And also, I just want to say that you can release things at any time during the moon cycle or your own cycle, of course. The full moon tends to help me remember to do this, so it's just a reminder for me. There are lots of times that I'm feeling stuff and I just ask Mama Earth to take it and turn it into something that serves me better, especially if I'm caught in fear. So thank you so much and have a beautiful, beautiful day.